Hey guys, welcome back to another reaction, and this is gonna be very special. We're gonna be reacting to Sentry versus Superboy Prime by Death Battle, and this is the first time ever watching a Death Battle while reacting to you guys, which is very, um, I don't know, um, I would say interesting because I've never done this before. Reacting to Death Battle to you guys. I have watched Death Battle a lot, all the way in high school. I've been watching them ever since they have grown in their controversial decision of making a lot of videos copyright strike. But now things have finally gone pretty well. Rooster Teeth is dead, so they don't have no one to command what to do, and they have all the control to give us the best show. And so we're here. Hope you guys will enjoy my reaction and my, thoughts. But now let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y2J. Oh, okay, that was pretty cool.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Yeah, but I think Superboy Prime is doing good. I mean, you guys see his comic books? I wish they had 3D models.
One superhero stands alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him.
Oh, they're
as though
going
he
this
never
origin,
existed
okay.
in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie
Let me see. Robbie Reynolds, height 6, 180 centimeters, weight 194 pounds, 80 kilograms, aka the Golden Guardian of Good, Famboman? What? Arch Nemesis, the Void, once drank a lake filled with LSD. What the fuck? Own a watchdog. Oh,
Reynolds
I didn't
was
know
just
that.
your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
I like how they went
That's
also
gotta be one
Pacific.
hell of a bowel movement. And what better
Yeah,
way
that's
to
gonna be
use his
crazy.
new powers than to become a sentry to all mankind.
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
Ah, yes, the
Spot you
classic.
from miles away, or even
Okay.
hear a butterfly sneeze from across
What?
the planet.
Oh, gee, that's the...
Butterfly sneeze?
Okay, I'm sorry to pause it again, but that shit terrified me when I saw that when I was watching that, dude. I had PTSD of butterflies back then.
No!
Well, Sentry's
Oh, it
cells
does it? Okay,
absorb
yeah.
and process the sun's rays.
Okay, let's see. Enchant, strength, intelligence, senses, air flight. Okay, the classics. We got solar energy manipulation. Now, this shit is gonna be a pain in the ass for Sentry because his opponent can literally absorb sunlight. So I don't think that's gonna be good. We got telekinesis, mind manipulation, memory erasure. We got teleport, regenerating, moleculenesis. I don't know how to say that. And reality warping, of course.
And if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead.
Oh,
Despite
okay.
being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding
Damn.
back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI
Really?
that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk.
I read that comic. That comic book was
The Sentry
awesome.
was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within plank time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Let's just say Sentry really love beating the shit out of gods, and I think he will be a very good friend with Kratos. Just saying.
Needed to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up.
Yes, the bullshit man that can create any type of bullshit. The Silver Surfer is cool. I'm not talking shit.
Everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane.
Wow.
If Sentry healed a person's broken
So
back,
like the Seven.
Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole.
Jeez, man.
Act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the Sentry and the Void were one and the same.
What? I didn't know.
Plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie.
Yep.
Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict.
Here we go. Now the real one. Okay, that's clever. Bobby Reynolds. 6. Okay, we are that. The Void. A New Avengers. Dark Avengers. The Horsemen of Death. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, I do. That, let's just say that Sentry was crazy. They got schizophrenic, anxiety. I'm not that. I don't like big words. On a Laka?
Drank the Sentry serum just to get
Lika?
high.
What
And
is
the
that?
Void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
Yep.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future, including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part
Of course.
thanks to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and his desire to somehow control the Void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release,
The Void.
the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel.
Okay. I will point out that wasn't Molecule Man at the same level as fighting the Beyonders. That is not true. It was heavily suppressed. Okay, but it's still impressive that he manages to fight Molecule Man, but not in that universal scale. But yeah, let's just continue.
Speak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob
Yeah,
discovered
pretty
the
much.
true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The
Malcolm?
Sentry can
Yeah,
create
why
and
not?
Destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
Oh, so basically like Cell, like only you just need this one small piece and you just come back. Okay.
Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back.
Oh boy, infinite treasures. darkness manipulation, wind manipulation, soul manipulation, pyrokinesis, shape-shifting, dimensional travel, and possession. Okay.
Shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and devour your soul.
With his infinitandrels, the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed
Ooh.
Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once.
What the fuck
could
is that?
barely
Oh,
handle him.
okay.
Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. Let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half
Oh
anymore.
yeah, I have the voice Sentry. By the way, if you don't know, this is the same version of Sentry who got one-shotted by Null himself. Yeah, Null, you know, in the Donny Cage run of Venom. Yeah, that was supposed to be him, but Donny Cage himself said that he didn't know about that, so he just painted him as the Sentry that, you know, the yellow spandex. So wielding the power of 1,000,000 supernovas, equal to Thor and Hulk, well, I can disagree to that. A few light years in seconds, Overlord absorbing man with his own energy. Void overpower Doctor Strange and Loki simultaneously. Merge Sentry, kill a dead Celestial, defeated Ares, Loki, Doctor Doom, Blue Marvel, and Molecule Man. Wait, but he beat Blue Marvel? I don't think I heard about that. I've heard like he matching up to him. I never heard of him like beating him.
Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even
Oh,
death
there it is.
itself can break that
Yep.
wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Oh, that was pretty good. You will never be forgotten
Do
again.
you believe a man can fly?
Here we go.
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth.
I really like they use the a little theme, the Superman classic theme. I think it's cool. So Kal-El Clark Kent, yeah, age 19. Oh, he's 19. Okay, I was like questioning how old was like Superboy Prime, but that's my answer. He is 5'11". Damn, he's short almost. He weighs 170 pounds. AKA Superboy Prime Time Trapper. Oh yeah, that I heard. Apparently he was his future self was a time trapper. I'm not gonna get into that. Common board fanboy. Significant capture phases. It's prime time. And I want to let you know that that is a badass line. It's not the fucking drink of Paul. This is Prime, the true Prime.
Totally normal boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark
Yeah,
took a leap of
coincidence.
faith and believed he could fly.
And he did. Surprise, surprise. Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now. Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me. I believe I can fly.
Lucy, don't jump off the...
Why?
Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
A dream I wish I had.
Just in time for his universe, our universe,
Ah,
to
yes.
be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity,
Oh, they're
Clark
talking
was
about-
forced to watch as the comics landscape changed
Yep.
before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
Oh, by the way, that guy that was on, talking with Superboy Prime, that's Lex Luthor in his no, that was in his universe. I think he was. What universe was he? I think the second universe. No, not universe. Earth. I mean, Earth 2. I think that was him. And let's just say that it was kind of his fault that he was, this psychopath.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so
yes.
hard. The shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics.
The retcon
Superboy
punches.
was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot.
Oh,
My
yep,
favorite
there's
is
gonna be
the
a
time
lot of
Superman
that.
flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century. Not that I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
I would know he is a
Oh, this one.
self-described
Yeah.
scalar's dream.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope not.
Oh, I
As
think
a
he has.
Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained. Kryptonians like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can activate
Okay, the solar armor, that's basically the Anti-Monitor's body. He literally just skin him alive and just, wear him. Kryptonian biology, all the good stuff. Resistance, molecule manipulation, cell manipulation, and existence erasure. Temporally anomaly, retcon punches, and time travel.
resist mental attacks by outthinking
That's
them.
it?
Their souls can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
Oh, they all gotta talk about
Made
it.
from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor,
Yeah.
which constantly feeds him solar energy, literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe.
Wow,
Just to be
okay.
better and stronger than
Okay, I didn't pre-watch it. Well, actually, I never did pre-watch it. But I was gonna say it was pretty badass in my opinion. It reminds me of the. You guys saw the memes? I think you all know the memes of a Thrag, aka Freddie Mercury from Invincible, where he wears Battle Beast as a like cloak. He's basically doing that. He did that. So,
Superman.
Because that's what he
Pretty
thinks he
pretty
is.
badass.
Superman with better feats and scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman,
Uh-oh.
if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to
Damn,
being a
dude.
superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And
Yep.
let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's
I mean, yeah.
battled Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew
Yep.
himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become. and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his
No, I think it's more. I think there are more out there, but yeah.
violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman. Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch.
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of him happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guy so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly
Okay, let's see. Now we got started being a bit quiet. Just want to let everyone know Prime's absolute bullshit and why he's gonna win this. So we got move and destroy planets. Okay, that's classic. Tank the the Monarch's Big Bang. Okay, react to 3 Flash at once. Punch his way out of the Phantom Zone. Yes. Alter DC Comics continuity multiple times. Fought post-crisis and Golden Age Superman simultaneously. Yes. Defeated Black Lanterns, Ion, Mr. Mystic Piglet, and the Darkest Night. Yes.
exit the comic medium entirely and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Night.
Oh,
Who was powerful enough
Crazy.
to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Night so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind
Yeah.
of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be.
Ah, the new
A hero
comics,
who could
yeah.
someday get his own issue #1. A hero
Oh,
like,
he did.
well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Oh, he will. I was reading the Prime comics that are coming out right now, and I would say it is pretty good. It is super good. It had an interesting story. The characters are very like on brand. You know, they're not like what did I say? I would say I would say miscarriage, but now it's like I suppose what's the word? But let's just say that things are moving very well for Prime. He has his own story, his own villains. He has a new like set of mores that he wants to add on. Like there's so much interesting things that's going on in this comics, and I would highly recommend for all of you to either read it or maybe watch it in Comics Explain. I mean it's so good. I don't want to spoil everything, and I want you guys to take your time and just read comics. Really, I think we need to let our eyes stop watching a lot of blue screen and start reading. And that's my opinion. So let's continue.
All right, the battle's about to begin, but first, pitch calls are back.
Yes.
I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz.
And I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick.
And we're reopening matchup pitches on the Death Battle store.
This is a way to meet with Chad and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch your favorite matchup to us via video call.
Yeah, a lot of episodes that are being made right now are because they were pitched. But to give each pitch the time it needs, there's a limited number available. So go pick them up right now before they're gone on deathbattle.gg.
That's our website.
And I bet you everyone just spends so much.
Extra stuff in every episode of Death Battle ever made.
And if you're a website member, you get first dibs. It'll first be available to Chronicler tier, then Archivist, and so on.
Every purchase directly supports the show. Oh, and members also get a big store discount.
All right, let's get to this battle. But don't forget to grab your pitch on deathbattle.gg.
Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Buttons are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
Mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork. Onomatopoeia coming right up.
Damn. No capes. Ooh.
You're dealing with someone who has the power
You were saying?
of a million exploding suns.
Big mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
Ah, shit. Ooh. Retcon punch. Oh. Just throw a fucking train.
Dark Superman fraud? Boring. It's cool when I do it.
Ooh. Damn, I really like how they add the blood details to it.
Stop hitting me.
He'll kill you. I'll kill you. To death.
Okay. Ooh. What the?
It's time to play God.
Yo, that's awesome.
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want. If Bob couldn't escape me,
What hope do you have, boy? Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again. Whatever happened to Lori?
Ooh.
It's over, Clark. There is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void.
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
Yeah! I fucking told you! Oh?
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Wow.
Crisis averted.
Yo. Okay, I fucking called it. I knew he was gonna win, but damn, that was a good transition. That was a good transition. Oh my god, I bet you all the Sentry fans are gonna be all pissy, and I do not care. Superboy Prime was gonna win. I told you. I fucking had a lot of people just bitching about me on how the Sentry was gonna win, and I was like, but have you ever read a goddamn comic book? You have only take the feats and not considering the context. That's it. But yeah, baby. Okay, let them explain.
I don't think I've ever seen someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Let's break this
Yeah.
down into 3 chapters. Their strength,
Oh, 3
intelligence,
chapters.
and powers.
As As with any flying brick fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally two of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel, more than capable of matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought. Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man, but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry, he wasn't at his full power. So we can only
You could have brought that fucking in the beginning, you jackasses. Why you had to hide it? Oh my god.
scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan. Both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl,
Nope.
Prime takes the edge in strength. But muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
While Prime does possess a super advanced Kryptonian brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
Sure, he mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was the
Okay, I will sort of maybe disagree because Superboy Prime has like the knowledge of every comic book characters, both DC and Marvel. I mean, they said it themselves. They both know it. So how is it that one can like outsmart the other if they both are aware of each other? And plus, like, we never seen Sentry like use his intelligence. Like, we only heard about it, but we never see him actually do it or use it. Like his fight against like the world, not world, but the Savage Hulk, he didn't use any of his brain smarts. Like he didn't thought of going in and helping them. He was just sitting there and waiting for like the right moment, and he was saying that the Illuminati deserve it, which they actually do deserve it, but still, you still need to help people that are getting like trampled for no reason. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I was trying to see. Consistent. Superboy Prime is consistent because he always crashed down. He always retcon punches. He is aware of, he's in a comic book and now he is aware of powers. That's consistent. But for the Sentry, it's inconsistent. I mean, he's turned invincible once. He never used it again. He's super smart. When have we seen him smart? I mean, he got killed by Null, and he was taking orders by Captain America, and he never thought of having, like, the idea that the Void might be, causing him trouble because Null is literally the embodiment of darkness. And you gotta tell me he didn't, like, learn from that? Like... No, it's just these things that act consistent, but whatever.
more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your old timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific resistance to.
Not
Oh,
only
yeah,
that,
of course.
it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
And plus, the Void like is not strong as the Darkest Night. I mean, the motherfucker can just recreate everything into his own image. Like he was literally God himself. Like how can we compare that to like the Sentry, even with the merged Sentry? So yeah.
Crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten, or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner
Yeah.
is Superboy Pro.
Huh?
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime. Letter to the editors. Oh yeah, I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics. Prime out.
Okay, that was good. Alright, who's next? Aang versus. Oh, Ginja? Oh my god, the Traveler. Avatar versus Ginja Impact. Holy shit. Oh. Oh my god, okay. I watched the Avatar, but I never. Well, I play Genshin Impact, but I only play it like a little bit. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Well then, yeah, I think that was I'd say that was a good death battle. It wasn't excellent. There was some inconsistencies. Like there's some things I was like, well, what are you talking about? Like, well, first of all, they didn't bring up like much more context to like the characters that the Sentry was fighting, and they didn't bring much more of the Sentry's like weaknesses. I mean, they have, but it's mostly about his inner struggle than his defeat, which I really just missed. That I really missed that they have like let go of like the their losses. I remember in the earlier years of Death Battle, they will bring up their losses and show how these losses will affect to the battle. Like not everything needs to be winning. Everything needs to be both winning and losing. You need to bring those two in the table. Another thing is that they they really just leave out context. I feel like it's just like inevitability because I watched some of Death Battle and they just leave out context and they only brought it up at the end of the story, like the Molecule Man, for example. So yeah, there was some things that could have been fixed. There's some things that maybe they could have been a bit better, but the fighting was very cool. I really love like the 2D animation. I love the personality they show with the characters. Also like the voice acting. I think the voice acting of Prime was probably my favorite. The Sentry he's okay, but I think maybe he should add I don't know, a bit more emotion to his power. But the transformation was pretty cool. I really love the Void's transformation, and then I really love the transition we went in. We went from the planet, then through the universe, then to the bonds of infinity, and so on. But yeah, this is very such a cool death battle, and I'm just wondering if you guys want me to react to more. I will see if you guys want me to react to other death battles before. I'm not sure if I should, but hey, what's your guys' opinion? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I will leave the link in the description below of Death Battle, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.